All right. Happy Thursday, my savvy real estate investor friends. I am super excited. Well, I'm really excited all the time. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? I'm just a ball of energy. But we have a very special guest for you today. As everyone knows, we have our Savvy Real Estate Investor Mastermind group where we basically walk people through, depending on which stage you are. It could be from zero to flip, but we meet you where you're at as far as your real estate investment career, whether wholesale or rehab. But today we have a special guest. We have one of our students, former students in town. Hi, Jasmine. Happy Thursday. We have one of our former students here, Jake.
Hey, what's up?
Jake was one of our very first savvy real estate investors, 2 years ago now?
Yeah, actually, no, it was a year, exactly a year ago.
A year ago. So the cool story about Jake is that Jake came to Rob basically wanting to flip his first deal. And right?
Yeah, so basically is my background and experiences in marketing. So one of the things that I was doing, and one of the things we'll talk a little bit more about later on in other videos, is doing lead gen for investors and realtors to find deals. So I understood that side of the business. I understood, how to get people, how to get contacts, how to get leads and everything. That was no problem. But I didn't understand the other side as far as like what happens once someone gets a lead, the entire process of following up with them, going through the house, finding an investor, all of that.
It sounds easy, right?
Yeah, you just call this person up and they're like, please sell me my house. I want to sell my house right now. And that's not the case at all. You think that people are just going to like start throwing money at you and throwing deals at you, and it doesn't happen like that. So I started testing out some leads or some ads in my area just for myself, and I think I spent like $350 on ads. Yeah, not much at all. And got a couple leads to come through. And after that, I got my first deal.
How long did that take?
It took me, I think, about 2 weeks to get your first, to get under contract. Not to get under contract. So it took about a month, about 30 days to actually get it under contract. I think
that's about right.
Yeah, so it took me about 30 days to get the actual deal under contract. But Rob was really helpful where, it was really nice to be able to like lean on him and his knowledge and
How much help did you get from Rob?
How much help? I mean, like,
how often were you on the phone with him?
Like I called him for just about anything, and really like some silly stuff too. That
but
was
about
like,
every day, right?
No, I think I relied on him too much for stuff because there was like at a point where I think I even called him up. Like I called you up and asked like, hey, I need to find like a title company. Is there a specific title company I need to work with? And Rob's like, go Google title company.
Right.
So,
but he basically called you every day.
I think I called him every
day.
Yeah, I called him every single day.
Hey, but it paid off, right? Because how much money did you make in your first deal?
$14,000.
$14,000. You hear that, guys? You hear that? The thing that most people don't understand is that not only was he new to real estate investing, but he closed the deal in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He was brand new to Tulsa.
That's another thing. That's actually another thing you mentioned. So I was living at the time when I started running ads. My wife and I were getting ready to move to Tulsa from Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I knew I was going to move there. And part of my mindset is like, man, it would be really cool for us to be able to find a house that maybe we could fix and flip or rehab and live in. So that was the initial kind of mindset. See, maybe I can find a place for us to live doing this. Mm-hmm. And needless to say, we didn't end up living in that house. We sold it to an investor. But I wasn't living there. So I was talking to the owner of the home while I was in Albuquerque. That's one of the reasons it took a little bit longer to even get it under an extra like 15, 20 days to get it under contract because I wasn't even living there. So I called him up through every single, I think he was even on the phone a couple times with the owner, like helping me. I never talked to anyone about this. I didn't know what questions I needed to ask when I was getting the inspection done. He helped me kind of find a contractor to walk through the property with me. So every single step of the way, it was like, well, what do I do now? What do I do now? How about now? How about now? How about now? All the way up to actually closing it and getting paid. So it was super cool, the whole experience and everything. And again, I just kind of jumped and like, I'm going to just do it. I'm going to call you every single day, and and then we'll work it from there. So I knew nothing as far as, like I said, I knew the marketing side. I didn't know the real estate and investing side.
But he had the savvy real estate investor himself there holding his hand. Trish, happy Thursday, Trish, happy Thursday. Rob, what was, that experience working like with Jake, like what can people expect when they work with you? Because like we talk about it all the time, but like now we've got proof sitting right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really what it is that it's this is a process I've gone through a lot, and just being able to walk through, I prefer that, if you have questions, just reach out, because I can answer those questions. And so for Jake, we did talk quite a bit, but it was necessary so that we could go through the whole process, because he's in a new city, a new state, with a new process that he's trying to do, that he's learning on the fly.
And he's learning something repeatable. So like,
yes,
like that's the one thing that I cannot stress enough, everyone here, is that it wasn't just Rob taking Jake to get him on his,
I enjoy that hug though.
That was for you, Trish. So the one thing that people don't understand is that not only did Rob take Jake through the journey of getting that deal, but these are skills that Jake can go out and teach other people,
right?
That he can go. So,
well, and one of the big things that, and Jake touched on this just briefly, is that a lot of, especially when you're new, so you work so hard to find one seller to talk to you, and you talk to the seller and they're interested, and it's this huge accomplishment, and you're nowhere close to getting any money. And
no, not at all. I almost lost it too.
Yeah.
Like, there were some things that I royally screwed up on.
Everything that could have gone wrong in that deal went wrong.
I had people who tried to steal the deal out from under me because I didn't know what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I brought an investor in, and they just started talking to the owner, like on their own, trying to work their own thing out. So I had that happen. I made the mistake of trying to see, because keep in mind, this was my first, I just moved to Tulsa. I'd been there for, less than a week when I started talking to this person. Didn't really know anyone in town.
Don't really know the town.
And everyone's
didn't know the town.
And everyone's your best friend when you have a deal. Let that be a lesson to you, all of my savvy real estate investor friends. You are the prettiest girl in school. Everyone wants to take you to the dance if you got a deal.
Yeah. They all want to wine and dine you and be your friend. So I had that happen to me. I tried to, because again, I know the marketing side of things. So I tried to run, I have a campaign that I run to help people sell their homes. So I was like, well, I've got some pictures and videos of the home. So I go in and I'll set some Facebook ads up and connect it to a messenger bot and try to sell the home. But that is a huge no-no if you don't have consent from the owner to be showing the photos and videos and stuff of their property. And so she saw the Facebook ad in the area and was like, what are you doing? And almost, was really, really worried about that. She had another thing is I claimed her Zillow listing. And so as soon as you claim someone's Zillow listing and update all the information on there, so you can get that, I don't know what you call where the numbers basically update, like the estimate updates, and you list it for sell on Zillow, then every single realtor in God's green earth is going to start contacting that owner saying, hey, I noticed your home is for sale by owner. Would you like to work with me? So she started to get tons of calls from realtors, and this particular owner was, I think there was some type of maybe domestic violence or something in the home where she basically wanted to sell, but she didn't want anyone to know that she was. So she wanted to, very low profile. She didn't want tons of people walking through her house.
So
she didn't have to stage it.
Yes. So anything that you could have done wrong in a wholesale deal, Jake did it.
Oh yeah, I screwed it up.
But he had the watchful eye of Rob the entire time. He still made the deal work. He still walked away with a very healthy margin. And, that's a lot of information and things that you really can't replace, because now that Jake's going to know that as he goes into more transactions, and, that's a lot of the value that we want to give to you guys here. And so yesterday we talked about it. If you are new to the group, one of the things that we do is we personally reach out to all of the new people in the group, and we ask you what it is, what type of value can we provide to you in the group. But also we provide a free 30-minute strategy, real estate investment strategy session. So we want to know what you know, where you want to go, and how we can help. So if that is something that interests you and that you want to do, just type Savvy below, and we will reach out to you. We will set up a time to jump on that call to make sure that we are providing that drop dead awesome value to you here in the group. So until next time, my savvy real estate investors, go out, make it a good day. And remember, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense.
See ya.